And I'll start with you. I'll start with you, lawyer. Let's get into the Kenyan situation and lessons that we've learned from it. Moving into elections 2024, is the youth of Ghana prepared? Are we looking at we standing up against things that we feel that politicians are putting around our necks that we do not really want them to do so?
We started there were some demonstrations.
There have been several of them, but not the way we've seen what happened in Kenya. Because that caused a massive change. It made a decision.
Are we ready? Are our youth ready to stand toe to toe and make sure that change is coming? That is what the Kenyan youth did. And they've even indicated that although the president has withdrawn the bill, the demonstrations are going to still go on. I don't think we are angry enough in this country. I think that's the challenge we have. And so anything that would create the kind of mayhem that was created in Kenya, we will step back from it. Well, the one thing I don't agree with Kenya is the fact that they used live bullets. They could have used water cannon.
The police?
Yes. They could have used water cannon. Nobody would have been killed. 20 people were killed. How do you answer? How does the president answer that question? There's blood on his fingers. How do you answer that question? They could have used something else. They could have done a much better, formidable opposition in terms of the police. And I heard him say that he agrees to the actions of the police till he now had to come and do what? Withdraw it. I don't believe violence is the key, but I believe in demonstration. Look, with this Brandy Champon's thing, I'm not sure that I said it on this platform or other platform. Mine was that have audience with the president, because he's the person who can and do it. Have audience with him and let's hear what he has to say. They had audience with him. What answers did we get?
Well, the petition was received on his behalf.
They had answers. No, with this Brandy Champon's thing, the TUC. They went to see him. They went to see him. What did he say? At least with this one, the president has seen, the Kenyan president has seen that this is a no-go area. So I withdraw and withdraw every. You see, one of the big challenges we have is the fact that when we want to bring something that would affect the people, we don't warn them. We don't say anything to them. We just bring it and say, bam, slap it on them. Because you go to the market today, 5 fingers of okra is 5 cedis. A ball of big onion is 10 cedis. What is fuel today?
Tomatoes.
Tomato, you know. So if that is the case, what are the plans being put in place to make sure that some of these things going forward, we do away with it? We have plenty for food and jobs. What have we said to ourselves to say that, look, we are importing quite a lot of these things. We spent nearly 33 million last year in importing onions. $30 million in importing onions. How can we stop this? Okay, let's look at agriculture. Let's get the youth together. Let's see how best we can get them in there, give them incentives, give them initiatives to start growing onions, tomatoes, and some of these things that we're importing. If we don't bring the people in, because right now the youth are agitating. If you don't pull them in, make them part and parcel of what you want to do, it creates what we've seen in Kenya. In Kenya, they were even taxing bread, weren't they?
Yeah. It went up.
I mean, a lot of things went up. You see, Ghanaian youth, I think, are not the type who like violence. If you see it, Ghanaian youth don't like violence. But they want the right things to be done. They want to see that some of the things that help them to also live their lives are done. Today, people are earning 300 cedis a month. People are earning 500 cedis a month. How is that possible to live a life? And when you look at it, it's most of the youth. Go to the hotels.
Will it get bad? Are we going to get to a point where the youth will say, yes, we're peaceful and everything, we're very, very
We should not
but
push
now
them. We should not push.
it's enough.
We should not push them to the wall. I say, me, I've lived throughout all the republics, including the cool ones, and people's backs were pushed to the wall. And if we push their backs to the wall, they have had patience with us in this Fourth Republic. Where we are getting to now, we are pushing them to the wall. And if you hit the wall and you have nowhere to turn to, what do? You push forward. And that can create challenges. We shouldn't take it for granted. We shouldn't take the Kenya example for granted. You saw what happened in, was it Tunisia? Egypt, the Arab Spring. Tunisia, the Arab Spring. You saw one person, you saw what happened. And some of the challenges we are going through today is not only a Ghanaian challenge, it's an African challenge. And if we are not careful, if we don't handle these demonstrations properly, and we get the army, the police, to now attack the youth, forget it.
Okay, very well. One interesting thing that happened yesterday, I wanted to buy coconut water, the one that is put in the bottle. And the guy raised the one, he said, this one is 15 cedis. He raised the other one, said, this one is 25 cedis. Yeah. Honestly, I was thirsty, but I didn't buy it.
Yes.
I had to stop. I was in the car, and I was just buying from the roadside. I don't know what I was buying 25 cedis coconut for. I don't know. Anyway, Honorable, is it that bad?
A batch of banana, do you know how much it is now?
20.
20 cedis.
You know,
it's scary, but
we have to take serious lessons from the Kenya situation. What is saving us now in Ghana? And Jantuah has alluded to our attitude, but actually, the difference between Ghana and Kenya at the moment is Kenya don't have a prospect of an election coming soon. We have 5 months. So people are just waiting to see what change they are expecting to come. And that, I think, helps our situation greatly. Because there's the hope, and that's all we all live on. There's the hope that there will be some change come 7th of December, 2024. And that is why you have a calm situation in Ghana at the moment. For me, that is the key. Because everybody knows that the current situation, there are no solutions. Even the optics of the way the MPP does its politics, even internationally, is poor. What do I mean? The reason why we are here is not COVID or Russia and Ukraine.
Wow.
It is mismanagement of our debt portfolio. We borrowed too much. You have now been given some debt forgiveness. And your first statement...
You are going to pay for that debt.
Wait. Your first statement is that we have the opportunity now to go back to the Eurobond market to borrow.
And that's dangerous.
It's not,
Going back.
even if you have to do
You are
it.
still borrowing at this moment.
But the point is, do you speak like that? Look, it is the wrong optics. You say, by tomorrow, the exchange rate will start moving down. It's gone. We are going to get back where we are. In London. This is the statement from a finance minister.
Sure.
And the tape is there. He said it black and white. He made it clear. I was on a program and it was played. That by tomorrow. And he was speaking, I think, on a Saturday.
Over the weekend.
Yes, he said by tomorrow, you will see that the exchange rate would have started going down. And I asked on the program yesterday, tell me what the exchange is now is for. It's 4 days. That's why when you came, I said,
It's still 15.75.
it's still there. When you came, you said, very soon. That is what I want to hear from a finance minister. Not politics of tomorrow. By tomorrow, it's gone down. That is bad communication. And it is plain to the gallery at the time that Ghana is suffering. That's why I said that the language you use, this is not the time to be talk. You may be able to go to the Eurobond market. Why are you telling us now? You haven't gone. You're not in a... Wait till the things fall in place and tell us. Because we've had too many lies going on this journey. We've had too many. The biggest one was we were never going to the IMF. Said very vociferously, with passion, by our president and our finance minister at the time. And this finance minister, I kept saying, some of these gains we are making is because we have changed finance minister. We would have made these gains earlier had we changed him earlier. Because the optics matter.
I mean, it's doing a better job.
Yeah, and you didn't. And then you have come new, things are moving, and you start talking and behaving the same way as the old one. The only difference is you don't wear white. So we ask you.
So it's still the same thing?
It's the same thing, and that is where I have a problem. He must just be his own man and stop the politics. Give us some direction and say, we have done this. Hopefully, this and that. We think that there are opportunities. You are running, excuse my friend, you are talking more than you have delivered. And your history is not good. So when I heard the tape played yesterday of what was said in London, I was shocked. I said, who says this? You are getting one tranche of an amount of money from the IMF. You are looking at economic indicators. And we have passed the stage, economic indicators are useful when we are having our economic debates. But we are now at the micro stage, we have passed the macro. Because people are feeling it in the market. What are we doing about food inflation? That's the key. Food inflation keeps going, and we don't have a way to arrest it. And that is what is keeping the inflation rate high. So when you are speaking, yes, you have to look at the whole thing. But speak with some modicum of caution.
Okay. Thank you. Let me take your
food inflation,
submission on that, and then we are done.
A lot of the food items, we are not in season. So demand, supply.
You find excuse for everything. You find excuse for everything.
That's why I'm brought here.
God, you find excuse for everything.
George, what do you mean you're not?
Let's be honest.
We are not in
Let's be honest.
It doesn't have to.
Honest.
But that's food sufficiency.
Yeah, is it true?
Are you in terms of food security, what are you doing about it?
Even when we were in season. Even when we were in season.
That's PFD.
Even when we were in season.
Necessary.
PFD phase 2 and government through the...
George, I have read that. I have read that. It is not reflective. It is not reflective of what we are seeing.
Yeah, so
but that's what we're talking about. So don't say there's phase 1, phase 2.
Yes, we are tired of these excuses. Policies, don't worry.
No, it takes time to become George. You can't use it to make your submissions.
Reality. I can.
No.
I can.
It is what the people are facing now.
The youth of Kenya, they need hope. If there's hope, they thought the finance bill is going
to
where's
your hope? Where's your hope for Ghana?
The youth of Ghana, I'm going to tell you. Don't worry about that. Okay? So
you've given enough food security to the youth of Ghana, is that what you're saying?
It's working. We're creating the opportunities in the agri sector.
5 months to go.
You keep creating opportunities.
5 months to go.
Don't worry. Yes, we need to. Governance is a going concern. Okay?
5 months.
Don't truncate it at any point. You need to keep getting people the hope. Okay? And yes, let me come.
So have we learned from what we've seen?
In Kenya? Oh, yes. Why not? Even last time, when there was this demonstration at 37, you remember a young girl who spoke passionately about dialysis and all that? You remember that?
They've been done for...
Yes, those things. So the Ghanaian youth also see things and they voice it out. And governments respond to them, okay? And these decisions by government to get the young below 18 and above 60 might have been informed by some of the push you made on your platform, the multimedia, okay? And that little girl and other people who were suffering the disease and all that, okay? I've had message from one guy who is about 48 years. He says he's not within the bank. so he's paying and he needs some support and all that. So these are things that we need to be looking at. So the Kenyan youth, took these up, and I know, I gave them the finance minister, the tape Honorable is talking about, I'm not contesting it, but he did say that it's not on the table going to the
Back to the international market.
Yes, it's not on the table.
Yes, the economic staff said that it's not something we have to
he
consider.
said it, that it's not on the table. But I'm surprised, he said...
I stand corrected. I know that
Thank you. Yes. We engaged him.
Go back again. And that's why the economist came and said, I listened to it yesterday.
Yeah, but he said it's not on the table. Yes, he said categorically. We engaged him and he said categorically it's not on the table.
So he's not entirely wrong.
Yes. No, I'm not contesting it.
I heard
what he did say is that the rating agencies are going to take a real look at those things. And then with these positive moves, it's not only about IMF. It's going to attract, the IMF serves as the central bank sort of to guarantee for commercial banks and all that. Once the IMF gives you that green this thing, the World Bank, the African Development Bank, and other multilaterals are comfortable dealing with you because there's a guarantee that when we engage you,
we are still taking loans now.
But that is not the priority now. Let's look at that. The SNIT issues and co, I don't see how that will make any young person in Ghana go on the street to demonstrate. Okay? If you look at the books, if you look at the finance bill is different. It's a tax issue. And it was burdening the people of Kenya.
So the protest for the SNIT issue was totally unnecessary? Is that what you're saying?
No, they are entitled to it, but it didn't go the way because investments are made to get returns, positive, for the safety and guarantee of your future. I'm a SNIT contributor, okay? If investments have been made by SNIT, and for 14 years,
but there are hotels in there that are working today.
14 years.
Are creating money today.
That has got about 11, 12 years of consistent profit.
So why add it to it? Why add it to it?
No, it's about the future. Let me tell you something. I don't want to go into that one because when they fought in 2017, you know what? The whole thing, KMD, was that they know SNIT gets money every month. So they just go there and they give them. Then the board said, no, we can't go on that trajectory and be dishing our money to you to go and pay your expenses and go. We won't do that. Get strategic investors to put money in. They watch you to make profit because we need profit to pay our pensioners. That's the whole genesis. That's why Elizabeth Obiorhene said there's nothing, and the process was so open. You get it.
But she didn't talk about the conflict of interest. She didn't talk about the conflict of interest situation.
The young people of this country know that this is a caring government that cares about them. This is a government that gives them the opportunity to go to school.
That's why we're not seeing what has happened.
You get it? No, yes, because when they go in, they are measured. They know that this government cares about us. It's putting in policies and programs that thinks about our future. NDIP is there. 1B1F is there. You get it? A lot of policies and programs. Go to Jamestown Fishing Harbour.
I will say what Kufuor said. You're talking to I will say what Kufuor said. You're talking we don't see the penny composition.
Land for me. Made your case. I'm here to make Yes. So the youth of Ghana are not oblivious of the successes that this government.
That's why we have measured in the way we do our demonstrations.
They've given us the chance, and they are aware that the challenges we are facing is a global something. Okay. And they're ready to give government the opportunity to put things together. And gradually, things are getting.
George, we're going to go back to global situation. Let's end here. Our time is up.
Make a plea to the MPP
hope to the youth.
Yes.
Okay.
They should take him. But you see, this is what I'll tell Ghanaians. Listen. This is what I'll tell Ghanaians. What did President Kufuor say? Showbutum Netwaba.
Every election
Okay.
is like that.
That is what
That's
happens in
a basic
Ghanaians.
Yes,
All right.
Showbutum
and,
Netwaba.
I agree with you. Every election.
Are we going to do our last messages
Go
before?
and be the CPP leader. They want him to leave. I know they've called him. He said nobody.
Are we getting some messages? So, okay. All right. So that'll be our time for this morning. Many thanks to you, Honorable. Thanks to you, Lawyer. And thanks to you, George, for coming through this morning. Really appreciate you. I'll see you guys next week. Thursday. But a big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise. Phone Papa. If you call us 0555-939311 and speak to us. We've got refrigerators for you. We've got televisions for you as well. And we have CCTV cameras and, of course, phones and accessories you can buy from our website. It's www.francotrading.com. Make sure you go there and check us out. Thank you so much for being a part of this segment. There's still more coming up. See where the Golden Girl is standing by for the latest trends. Rosalind is also standing by for some updates as well. Of course, today we're talking relationship, and you don't want to miss out on that too as well. And there's some entertainment to wrap it all up here on Prime Morning.